So we just arrived to the Rangers Lake campground. It's way out in the middle of literally nowhere. And I'm standing there looking up at the sky and I hear something moving. One shoe. So something came and stole our shoes last night.
We're just so completely impressed with the state park. It's just like, it's just a picture postcard wherever you look. This is what trust looks like. There we go. We left our daughter Madison and son-in-law Carson's house again. We mooched out over the weekend. So we left a little while ago. We're heading to a great state park. We've not been here before. We've heard that it's awesome. It's called State Forest State Park. Interesting name. We're pretty much all in a forest, but we understand this is like, I don't want to set the expectation, but it's like moose capital of some of the state parks up here, even though we saw a number up in Granby. So we're heading there, and then for a couple nights, and then we're going to the Tetons. We just extended our stay in the Tetons. We're going to be there for a week, so we're excited about that. There are some fires around, but let's head off to State Forest State Park. Looking forward to this. So how many times on this channel have you seen us stop for a trade?
Yeah, we were still at their house.
I'll bring back to my cousin Vinny
But
spot. We've all seen it.
Yesterday you told me that freight train hardly ever comes through here at 5 a.m. in the morning.
State Forest State Park is an hour and 45 minutes west of Fort Collins, Colorado. The drive west follows the Poudre River, and yes, it is pronounced Poudre, not Poudre. The park is 71,000 acres of forest, rivers, lakes, and jagged mountain peaks, and it's home to the largest moose population in Colorado, estimated to be over 600, although we didn't see any this time. We stayed at Ranger Lakes Campground, and it's the only one that has power. It also has a central water well to fill your tanks, but there are lots of other camping options here. We will do a follow-on video showcasing this amazing state park.
So we just arrived to the Rangers Lake campground. It's way out in the middle of literally nowhere outside of Fort Collins, Colorado. The nice thing is they do actually have water for you. So that's what we're going to do. Instead of bringing a full tank driving up from Denver, we're going to get water here. I came outside last night just to look at the sky because there were a million stars that you could see. And obviously the lights were off and it's pitch black, as you can imagine, out here at night. And I'm standing there looking up at the sky and I hear something moving. And I look, and right there behind the grill, which is where we grilled dinner, there was some animal moving, and he walked away, and he walked back this way. So I could never see actually what it was. I thought maybe it was a little bear. I don't know. But this morning, I come outside, and I left my flip-flops. Ken had his slides and his tennis shoes all sitting here by the door. Well, as you can see, the only thing that's here is one of Ken's shoes. One shoe. So something came and stole our shoes last night. I'm guessing the animal I saw, I thought maybe it was a little black bear. But I'm guessing it was probably a big raccoon, and he stole our shoes. So I'm gonna have to go and see if I can find him somewhere in the area. Oh, this is terrible. Lesson learned: when you're out in the wilderness, do not leave your shoes outside.
So as Pam was trying to figure out what animal took our shoes, I guess the only good news about that is I needed new sneakers anyway, but my slides, I just used those when I'd come outside if I had socks on, and kids gave that to me for, I think, a Christmas present, not last year, year before. So I got to replace my slides, and we don't know what happened. But while she's doing that, I'm replacing another slide, and that is the slide for this particular drawer, because the piece that holds the ball bearings is stripped and the ball bearing came out. We've been noticing the drawer has been really hard to open and close. And so I looked at it. Well, it turns out, I don't know if you can see this or not, it's because the manufacturer only put one screw in that board right there. So it allowed the board to go back and forth like this. So it really did not give enough support to the bracket, because it allowed that bracket to get, especially with weight on it, it allowed that bracket to, kind of go up and down. RV manufacturers, why do you take shortcuts on everything you do? We're going to go do a hike in a little bit, but now I got to spend an hour or two of my time trying to see if I can fix this thing to get this back, because it's an important drawer. It's where Meka's food and her chewies and her treats are. We got to fix that.
The good news is apparently he is getting it fixed. Thank goodness, because that was going to be quite a little bit of a problem.
The bad news is they didn't do it right to begin with. So we found two of the shoes. My slides, which I know, Pam's...
The neighbor behind us found one early this morning, and then you had this brilliant thought that it went that way and to search that way, and there's a meadow before you get to the tree line there, and that's where Ken found the second.
Well, and the reason I did that is because when Pam said that she saw the animal and she ran inside faster than I've ever seen her run, it kind of went that way. Sorry, I'm holding bear spray because we're going to go take a walk. So it kind of ran that way, and then one of our neighbors over here this morning, we mentioned that to him, and I guess he went somewhere and he came back with one. I was like, okay, so that's the path, and so we went searching way out there on the tree line, and I just happened to come across my other slide. Now we have not found my other sneaker or Pam's flip-flops, but she just found an interesting thing.
Okay, so here's another thing.
Oh yeah, we got to check this other stuff.
We have these really cheap solar lights.
Very, very cheap.
Very cheap. So cheap that the stake broke off of this one. So we've just kind of been sitting it on the ground wherever we are.
They have two others that didn't break, but they will break eventually, sure.
Yeah, they are the cheapest ever. But anyway, so I found this across the road over there.
The opposite direction of those.
Yeah, I found it over there. So where the other tennis shoe is and my flip-flops.
We were walking around and we were trying to be careful not to encroach on other people's campsites, but I'd go up to people and say, good morning, if here's what happened, if you found it. So I ran into another couple and they said, oh yeah, they come up here a lot, and she had a pair of Keens missing. So she said it was a fox. She said, and Pam just read an article about foxes stealing shoes.
They're mischievous and they hoard things.
Yeah.
And they prefer plastic and leather. Which is really interesting. So.
And I'm not sure why they hoard the shoes, because they're not going to fit them. I mean, what are they thinking? I'm size 13. Anyway, what I also thought, this again, just you kind of, you become like a detective on this stuff, is I said, what happens if they took ours and they ran past another camper and they found a better option? and they dropped ours. Because she said she was losing, she lost 2 keens. I've got an old pair of ASICs that need to be replaced. And if I'm a fox, I'm dropping the ASICs for the keys. That's just me. So.
Well, and one other thing, I also found a pair of pants in the grass over here. So clearly, they're shopping around out.
Were they 36, 34? Because I can use some. So, all right, we're going to take a walk around the aforementioned named campground of Ranger Lakes. So there's 3 lakes up here, and no moose this morning, but we're going to go check out the lake. We saw a couple guys fly fishing this morning, well, with their fly equipment, and they came back and they said, we left them all there for you guys. So that's code for we didn't catch anything. All right, we're going.
We don't have our fishing poles either, or fly rods.
Just one, just not a fly rod, just a spinning outfit. All right, bugs are driving Meka crazy. Let's go. So we're on the Ranger Lakes Trail. It's just a quick, hike around the lake itself. Not very strenuous, other than the altitude. I think we're at 9,200 feet. Is that what it said? 9,200. Yeah, I think that's what it said. Again, like on this channel, if we're not correct, we'll.
9,240.
9,240.
Look, the water's right here.
Yeah. So other than the lack of oxygen, that's about the only issue. But here's the lake right here, Ranger Lake. There's actually 3 lakes. That's why they call it Ranger Lakes. I'm not sure if they're numbered or anything, but here's one. And there's actually cabins or something over there. We decided to come back into the woods a little bit and look for my shoe and Pam's flip-flops, and I came across what I think is bear scat. So it's not what we're looking for. If it is, it's a small bear, but it's either that or moose, one of the two, I guess. But
looks like deer.
Yeah, no, this doesn't look like deer. I'll have to show Pam. She's becoming an expert in animal scat. We talked about how much storage this rig has in previous videos, and it's good way and a bad way. I mean, a lot of storage is good, but with this particular one, with this Moride pull-out tray, sometimes stuff gets stuck way in the back. We got some stuff stuffed way in the back.
I'm going to go storage diving.
The only way to get it
instead of dumpster diving.
We got to get Pam on the Moride tray, and we're going to slide her in to get the things that are stuck back there. Because if I got in there, well, that thing would break. There's no doubt with my weight.
It says maximum capacity 500 pounds evenly distributed.
Okay, it might not break.
I think I can.
Yeah, she can probably do it. Okay, so she's going to go in there. There's an old dustpan that's back there that we don't want, but there's some of the manual cranks for the front jack and also the stabilizers if we do lose power for some reason. So we need to get those, and this is probably the best time to get them while we took everything else out. So, Pam, the honor's yours. All right, we've kind of moved over here so she can get a better angle.
Okay.
This is what trust looks like. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, pull me out a little bit. Oh. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Coming out?
Yeah. That wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all.
Again,
It doesn't even get dirty.
well, you did sweep it out beforehand, but that's a trusting relationship because I could have closed it up and hooked up the rig and just gone somewhere.
Yeah, you could have stuck me in there. And this is the reason why we're getting rid of this dustpan, because look at this. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, I guess, if you have a broom closet that you can hang your broom and your dustpan in, but really, I don't need this.
Yeah, if it didn't have that curved handle, it'd be great, but it just takes up too much room. All right, well, thanks for playing. Appreciate it.
Well, good morning, everyone. Just a little update because we've had this whole shoe saga going since we were here. We arrived on Sunday evening, woke up Monday morning, and that's when we had the whole shoe saga of, 2.5 pairs of shoes missing. But today is Wednesday, and I was just taking Meka out for her morning walk, and our neighbors behind us, they actually found Ken's his one slide that was missing. Ken found the second slide that was missing. And this morning I'm walking, and they're sitting out enjoying the early morning with their friends who are camped nearby. And he's like, "We found your husband's shoe." They found the second tennis shoe. It's just crazy. And actually, the first one Ken found and the one he found was this direction. This one was this direction. So I don't know. Crazy foxes. They, I guess that's an appropriate name because they're pretty foxy or pretty crazy, one or the other. But anyway, they are little thieves. So when you're camping and you're in an area that have fox, just beware because they like to take your shoes.
Thanks so much for watching. As we mentioned earlier, we'll do a follow-up video showcasing this amazing state park. If you'd love to hit the road with us and join our journey, well, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And remember, if you camp here, don't leave your shoes out at night.